right, we are turning to our next guest. Joining us now is Hussain Abdul-Hussain, a research fellow at the FDD. Now, the U.S. reportedly is not pushing for a ceasefire with Hezbollah. Why are strategies so different in Lebanon and in Gaza when it comes to American policy?
Well, I think the U.S. has come to the conclusion that the diplomacy that it was waging during the first 10 months of the war was really not fitting the situation. They advised Israel to accept Nasrallah's proposal to tie the two wars. That is, Nasrallah said that they'll only stop war if the war stops in Gaza. Now, we know that this is not happening. And of course, I think that we see now the state of Lebanon, the speaker, the caretaking prime minister, the other oligarchs, all of them are coming out and saying, we are untying our war from Gaza. And remarkably, Naim Qasim today hinted that it's something that Hezbollah might consider.
Now, Hezbollah launched major rocket attacks on Israel, targeting the Haifa area more specifically today. This as reports come out that the terror organization is perhaps regaining their footing after the killing of Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. Are they back full force, per se?
I wouldn't say they are. I think this militia was designed in a way that if you cut one organ, the other organs will keep to function. The fact that these missiles are still being hit does not mean that the chain of command is in charge or that the infrastructure is all of it there. Many of these rockets are just isolated, sometimes even connected to a phone signal, a cell phone signal. So I think everyone in Israel and in Lebanon too think that Hezbollah has been weakened significantly. Now, how much will it last? How many more rockets and missiles it will throw on northern Israel or the rest of Israel? No one knows, but everyone knows that the trend line shows that it's going down.
Now, international media is constantly pushing out articles insinuating that Israel is essentially indiscriminately bombing areas in Beirut, health facilities as an example. What is the reality on the ground in Lebanon right now?
Well, I think the reality is totally different. If you compare this war to 2006, for example, the Beirut International Airport is still open as we speak. In 2006, the airport was shut down on day one. So the whole Israel strategy is different. Israel has taken out the top 20 to 25 commanders of Hezbollah, including Nasrallah and his successor and many of his deputies. So this is a totally different war than in 2006. And Israel is doing now whatever it didn't do back then, whether in taking out the Hezbollah commanders or in not going after airport, shutting down airport or shutting down the Beirut port. So all these ports of entry are still open as we speak while Israel is pounding Hezbollah only.
All right, I'd like to thank you so much for joining us. Very interesting to hear your insight.